So, welcome to a new episode of Discover the Finger Lakes. I'm James Kinney.
Radio.
And once again, we're out in the cold. We thought maybe we would be biking by now, but
No.
the wind,
So cold.
it's cold, and we're rooting for spring to come.
Yeah.
So now, we want to thank everyone for all of our last few episodes. The last episode's gotten maybe 11 views. We'd like to see that go up some more. And the last two episodes, Arkansas and Oklahoma, is up to 43, and the one after that is 39, I believe. And now we have 17 subscribers. So I want to throw a shout out to my friend Ray Driver. I hope you're watching, and Uncle Grizzly. And so now this episode, as we talked about before, we are back at the Erie Canal. And we just want to show you a little bit of where we're at on the map here. And we are just outside of Lyons, New York. That's it. And a little bit of history about the Erie Canal. You have different locks in different areas. You have lots of parking along the trail. And so let's show you a little bit about the lock. We'll just take you there right now. And during the winter months, the Erie Canal is drained. And so, we never know what we might find on this adventure. And so, let's lift off from where we started a few months ago. this point of the trail, Brady was cold, and we decided that we would stop there and return the following week. And when we did, we found the trail to be mostly clean of all the snow for just a little bit. Okay, so if you rode on your bike on the road, this is where you would end up at this part right here. And of course, if you're going the other way, you'll see this is a Van Buren Street. Okay. So this is a short segment to the next lock here in Newark. And they have an Adopt a Trail program for Wayne Ark. Erie Canal. So Brady, what do you think?
I don't know. It's different from what we've been doing.
Yeah? I hope you're ready for the next leg of this in June.
I am.
And we're going to do some more in June, that's for sure.
Yep.
And so we're actually getting close to where the car is at. And we'll show you the lock once we get there.
Newark.
So, just to show everybody, we're on the Erie Canal. And that this is lock 28B. 28B in Newark. And then we'll go up here and read what this says about the lock. So, the Lockville locks in Newark. It says Lock 59, about 300 feet away and across Clinton Street, was part of the enlarged Erie Canal, built between 1839 and 1841 in a section of town once known as Upper Lockville. Its two sister locks, 58 and 57, were located in the middle and Lower Lockville. So that's what it looked like in 1910, I believe. Okay, and then those are locks 57, 58, 59. And on the other side, just like what we saw at the last one in Lyons, we are here in Newark. So let's show you the lock real quick. Okay, so if people from Arkansas are familiar with Lock and Dam 13 on Arkansas River, this is basically the same premise. It's just a lock, just like at Lock and Dam 13. And so the boats come through and the gates open, the water fills up. So this concludes our segment for this month. In June, we continue on the Erie Canal Trail. So, we are at a place called Indian Pines in Pena, New York. And some of you that watch this show that live here may ask, why are you at Indian Pines? Because a lot of us here come to Indian Pines in the spring and summer and fall for picnics and birthday parties and swimming. And there are ducks, geese that are here today also. So there's a little bit of wildlife. What you don't know about it is a legend that goes all the way back to the 1700s about a buried treasure. Now, are we going to find this buried treasure? I doubt it. But it is a legend here that has been told by Seneca Indians years and years ago. And so I will read a segment from a book about the legend as you take a look at some video and pictures of the park called Indian Pines. We hope you enjoy this, and we hope you are intrigued to do research on this, because I could not find a lot of research on it. So if you can dig more than I can, please, you're more than welcome to. So we hope you enjoy this segment of the legend of the buried treasure in Indian Pines in Pena, New York. In 1787, Jacob Friedenberg left Massachusetts in a hurry, fearing arrest for his participation in Shays' Rebellion, and he could not find a more perfect spot to lay low than on the bank of Keuka Lake, where he took up residence among the Seneca Indians at one of their campgrounds. There, Friedenberg met an old Frenchman living in a small pine grove on the lake bank just west of the channel's entrance. A gunsmith and blacksmith by trade, he earned a living repairing guns and manufacturing tomahawks and spears for the Senecas. Oddly, Friedenberg discovered from the conversations with the Seneca that the blacksmith had secretly buried an enormous sum of French gold near the clump of pines where he made his home. Apparently, the Seneca were not thoroughly fluent in English, but they did describe great wealth in gold and consistently indicated that it could be found to the north. As time went on, Friedenberg learned more about the hidden cache. The story he was told was that a number of years earlier, a group of Frenchmen had left Canada from Fort Duquesne, where they would then travel down the Ohio and Mississippi rivers to their final destination, New Orleans. But the intriguing part of the story is that they were carrying a massive amount of gold, and the Indians suggested that it might have been stolen or intended for some criminal purpose. Now, Jacob Friedenberg became inclined to believe the story when one day he happened on the old blacksmith examining a map of the area near the pine grove. The map was drawn with the most extraordinary detail, leading Friedenberg to suspect that the old blacksmith was part of the French party that had been massacred, and that he in fact knew the location of the buried booty. The blacksmith, though, was tight-lipped about the matter and would reveal nothing to Friedenberg. Now, I find this a very interesting story, and as the legend, I will read a little more. On one such instance occurred when George Heltenbittel, John Snyder, and David Wagner were searching for treasure using a divining stone. Through the stone, they learned the location of the treasure and began to dig, but as they did so, their shovels hit a hollow surrounding vault that struck through fear into their hearts. They fled without a moment's hesitation when the apparition of a lion-sized beast with a long curved tail that extended over its back came for them. Running for their lives, they managed to escape the monster by leaping into the boat, and as all who came before them, they left empty-handed. So there's some type of superstition behind the story. Now, another incident has been recounted by a similar apparition. Calvin Carpenter and a group of friends were walking along Plank Road, later known as the trolley line, to the pine clump by the channel late one night. As they walked, they realized they were being followed by an apparition that looked like a calf, but whose tail curved over its back. They ran for the small footbridge that crossed the channel. The supernatural beast followed them off to the side at the distance until they reached the footbridge, at which point it vanished. Archaeological evidence confirms that the area known as the Pines was in fact the old Seneca campgrounds. And there was found rifle barrels, pottery fragments, spears, arrowheads, grape shot, iron and stone tomahawks, and brass and copper kettles have all been found at the location. Now, like I said earlier, it can't be really confirmed or not, but I find it to be a very fascinating story.
like a bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small.
Alright, so this is the Sarah Coventry Trail. And I don't know a lot about it, but I do know that people frequent this trail in the spring and summer. And so we're going to show you a little bit about this trail, and hope you enjoy it. We got nice weather finally. So let's go.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be.
Okay, let's see. I think that's the trail right there that you can go on. Now me and my wife has been on this trail, and during the time we were on it, it's well maintained and it's all grass. Right now it may not be a good time to go on this trail, but I do want to warn you, it is not marked. And we actually made our way around to the foot of a wooded area, which we're going to be showing you here pretty soon.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. distance you can tell.
Alright, we're coming to, looks like a crossroads here. And yeah, this is where it crosses. That trail right there, I'm not sure where it goes. It might be part of the other loop, or this could be part of the drumlin. I'm not sure. And then this way right here, remember that first trail on the right we were on? That right there, that's where you come from, is that way. The one I told you that was unmarked. So we go this way. And we're going to show you another drumlin. If you remember, we found one at the other trail. It was the Blue Cut Nature Trail. Remember that, Brady? Mm-hmm. And that was a drumlin that we climbed on. And so this is another one here. And so we're going to just look around and see what this, what else this trail will offer you.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
I believe that's got to be the drumlin. You notice it's egg-shaped. So who remembers what I talked about the drumlin, the other one, that it was created during the Ice Age? They're interesting. They're egg-shaped small mountains, or hills, or whatever you want to call them. And they've been known to be all over the world. Some are actually in England or Ireland, I do believe, if I read that right. And it's just interesting that we're near something that's this ancient. Isn't it, Brady? Mm-hmm. Your thoughts so far?
Muddy.
It is muddy, yeah. But we're doing it, huh? Mm-hmm. All right. And so also, you'll see also patches of pines when you come through this trail also, that I think are nice. Brady commented that it would be neat to actually camp at one of these places with the pines. And I wholeheartedly agree. Okay, so we decided we would come down the hill on the drumlin, and it's really steep. If you come out here to do this and don't think you can do the whole trail, then turn around, because
Or bring somebody with you.
you should always bring somebody with you. If you can't, then be careful. Just letting you know that this is a little steep, a little treacherous, but me and Brady did it, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So we just wanted to give you a fair warning if you come out here. All right, so we thank you for watching episode 12, and we also want to thank all of our new subscribers to our channel. Misty, Bianca, and of course, I don't know if I thanked Ray Driver or not, but there you go. This last trail was, like I said earlier, really treacherous, wasn't Brady? Mm-hmm. And so we had to take it easy. Like you said, it's a moderate trail, and it's a little bit harder to do. So just remember that when you come out here to Sarah Coventry. And now, as far as our other segments, we hope you like Indian Pines, you know, the legend there about that, and also our first trail that we did, the Erie Canal, and we will continue that in June. Now, for next month, we're going to do a special. It is going to be our yearly special. And we're going to preview what we have done. Not everything, but certain aspects of our episodes we'll show you. And we're going to show you probably some new stuff that we're planning on doing for the next season. So we hope you will watch that when it comes out. That will be for the May episode. And so, for James Kenny,
And Brady Hill,
we thank you for watching Discover the Finger Lakes. And go to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and tap on that little bell for notifications. And once again, we thank you for watching Discover the Finger Lakes. See you next month.